The silence of doubt when no one believes in you, it hurts. It's not the noise that breaks you. It's the silence. The kind where you start to question everything. Maybe they're right. Maybe you're dreaming too big. Maybe you're asking for too much. You look around, and it feels like you're standing alone in a room full of ghosts, no support, no validation, no applause. Just the echo of your own heartbeat and a dream that refuses to die. That's the moment most people quit, not because they failed, but because they got tired of walking alone. But you're different. Because deep down, beneath the doubt, beneath the noise, there's a spark that refuses to go out. You know something they don't, that belief doesn't start with them. It starts with you. When no one believes in you, it isn't a sign to stop. It's a challenge to prove them wrong. Their doubt isn't your limitation, it's your fuel. It's the fire that forges your discipline. It's the pressure that hardens your resolve. Because real belief is born in the dark, not when everyone's cheering, but when no one even notices you're trying. That's when greatness begins. Not under the lights, but in the shadows. Not in validation, but in silence. The fire within when no one believes in you, you start to believe that maybe they're right. You start to shrink, to play small, to doubt the very thing that once set your soul on fire. But here's the truth, their disbelief isn't about you. It's about them. It's about their limits, not yours. Their fears, not your future. You were never meant to be understood by everyone. Because visionaries always look crazy until their vision becomes reality. When no one believes in you, it's not the end. It's the beginning. Because that silence, that lack of validation, is the exact pressure that turns belief into conviction. When no one's watching, you learn to hold yourself accountable. When no one's clapping, you learn to keep showing up anyway. When no one's cheering, you learn that purpose doesn't need an audience. That's where real strength is built, in private, in the unseen, in the moments where quitting feels justified but you keep going anyway. Because when no one believes in you, you start building something stronger than approval, faith. Faith that doesn't depend on recognition. Faith that isn't fragile when doubted. Faith that says, I don't need them to see it, I just need to keep doing it. And soon, that faith becomes fire. Every doubt you've heard becomes fuel. Every rejection becomes motivation. Every closed door becomes redirection. Because you realize you don't need people to believe in you to prove you're capable. You just need to believe for yourself. They'll question you now, but they'll quote you later. They'll doubt you today, but they'll study you tomorrow. And when that day comes, you'll understand why no one believed you at first. Because they were never supposed to. This was your fight, your fire, your proving ground. Becoming unstoppable when no one believes in you, you learn to move in silence. To build in the dark. To trust yourself so deeply that outside approval no longer matters. You stop waiting for someone to clap for you. You stop needing them to understand. Because now, you understand yourself. You've learned that success doesn't come from being seen. It comes from being certain. Certain that your effort matters. Certain that your purpose is real. Certain that even when no one supports you, you still show up. That's the moment everything changes. Because once you no longer need belief from others, you become unstoppable. You stop chasing validation and start creating vision. You stop explaining your dreams and start executing them. You stop waiting for the world to believe and you start giving the world something it can't ignore. When no one believes in you, you become the kind of person who doesn't need belief, you create results. Results so undeniable that even the people who doubted you will have to sit in the front row and watch you win. They'll call you lucky. They'll say you changed. But they'll never understand how many nights you fought the silence. How many mornings you got up with nothing but faith. How many times you kept going when your heart begged you to stop? You didn't change, you became. You became resilient. You became relentless. You became the kind of person who doesn't need belief to begin, just the courage to continue. Because the truth is, you were never waiting for them to believe. You were waiting to believe in yourself. And now that you do, there's nothing left to prove. Only everything left to create. When no one believes in you, that's when your story begins. That's when you rise. That's when you build something so powerful that even the silence starts to speak your name.